is less is more. Less is more. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should strip off like this bunch, but I am suggesting that you should strip back your content. Why do you think people get confused when there's a lot of information coming their way? Why do you think? Raise your hand if you'd like to share. Isabel, please.
It's like sensory overload. You find it hard to process things if you get a lot of information all at once. And I know I personally, if I get information overload, I just shut down.
Yeah, exactly it. It's just overload. And rightly said, you just shut down. You give up trying to learn, don't you? Because there's so much coming your way. Now, where do you think people are guilty in presentations of putting too much information or sharing too much information? Where are they guilty? Where would you say? Who would like to share? Bookie, please.
On the slides?
Oh yeah, the slides, right? The slides are absolutely criminal. I mean, how many times have we seen a slide, for example, like this? Packed full of unnecessary text that you'll never be able to take on board. Or how many times have you seen a slide like this, where the speaker takes all the graphs they could possibly ever imagine and chucks them onto the slide? It's a real problem. But less is more is a problem across the board. People use too many words to explain their ideas, or they have too many points in their presentation, 25 points. How is anyone going to remember that? So we need to cut down everything. But looking specifically at the slides, if you did want to use words on your slide, how many words do you think you should have? What would be the optimum? Would anyone like to take a guess? Nicola, please.
5.
Go 5, okay. Jacqueline, were you about to say something there too?
I think it was Claire.
Oh, Claire, sorry. Claire, on you go.
Three.
I was going to suggest, sorry.
So we've got 5, we've got 3. David, what you putting into the mix?
I thought a bit more. I would have said like 15 words. 15? 3 5-worded bullet points.
Guler, we'll come to you last on this. You want to unmute if you can? You're not unmuting?
Oh.
Oh, 2 did you say? 2 did you say? Well, the answer is 10, right? 10 or less. Because that way you are only conveying one idea on your slide. And when there's only one idea, there's only one point for your audience to focus on, so they're much less likely to get confused. And if you're using, for example, graphs, instead of having a slide like this with lots of different ones, what you should try and do is focus on one specific graph on your slide. And then use your cursor to point out where you want the audience to focus on that graph. Less is more is something which is critical across presenting. When it comes to your words, when it comes to your points, when it comes to your slides. Strip things back and your message will become clearer.